Hello and welcome all of you to Easy Electrical. So today we are starting our electrical measurement class. Okay. So in today's class, as far as now we have already completed 4 of our subject. This is our 5th subject, and today is 5th October. Now all of you must be knowing some of our courses. Basically, we specialize in our SSC JEE course, and this is not only beneficial for SSC JEE, but also you can say that WBPSC examination is also there. Then other railways examination is also there. So for technical and non-technical part, we take care both of them in this course itself only. Now you have basically a concept-based module for technical, non-technical. Our test series is very famous. Now practice questions are also included, and whatever classes you do, you will get a recording, and via that recording you can already revise the concepts whenever you have suppose completed the course. So this part is otherwise chargeable, but here we are providing it for free. Okay, now coming to today's class, that is basically we are doing here is electrical measurement part, and this electrical measurement part, the first question that I have taken here is your what is meant by the measurand. Now suppose if I say an electrical measurement system, suppose a system if I take, and if there is an input, that input is basically what we call it as measurand. And that measurand basically compared with what? A standard. Now this is basically called as a electrical measurement system, and from that we get the output or the response, right? So these are 3D parameters. Actually electrical measurement is nothing but a comparison between any standard value with with whatever we are giving input to it, and based on that we are getting the output. So measured value is basically what we call it as a measurand. Now coming to next question. In gravity controlled instruments, the scales are non-uniform and crowded because, so in gravity controlled instrument, what you will see here is that suppose this is the scale. In the beginning portion you will find that here suppose written as 10 amperes, 0 ampere, here suppose written as 10 amperes, then they are writing as 11 amperes, 12 amperes, like that. Suppose say 20 ampere scale is there in an ammeter. So in the beginning portion there is cramping is there or crowding is there, we can observe that thing. So this happens because the deflection is basically proportional to the sine of the angle, or the current is basically proportional to the sine of the angle or the deflection angle. Now the deflection angle means, suppose here is the pointer, and after providing certain current, suppose the pointer has shifted to this position it has shifted. So the deflection angle is basically this angle is theta. That is the deflection of the pointer. Now coming to the third question. The temperature measurement by thermocouple is dash type of measurement. Basically thermocouple, in case what we use is that thermocouple is such a device, whenever there is a change in temperature it will send an electrical signal. So it is basically a measurement type of tertiary measurement. Here direct measurement is not done. Okay, we cannot what I can say is directly we cannot measure the whatever the temperature is there, like whatever we do in thermometer. Basically we place a thermometer in any, suppose some hot water or has some human body, we can directly measure the expansion of the mercury. But in this case what happens is there is a comparison is done. Okay, now coming to next question. Among the below mentioned instruments, which of the following has the ability to measure alternating current? Now we must know one important thing is that alternating current is basically measured by what type of instrument, or what are the alternating current can be measured by basically electrodynamometer type instrument, and MI type instrument, moving iron type instrument. So here the options are given as MI type instrument. So MI type ammeter will be the answer. Now induction type ammeters are basically not produced. Basically induction type energy meters are basically made. So this is the answer for the fourth question. Now coming to the next question. Now the example of a null type instrument. Null type instruments are what type of instrument? Basically if we classify any instrument, you must be knowing that while classification we do it like this. Indicating instrument is a classification part of one, indicating. Then integrating is one. integrating is one, then there is a recording is one, recording is another one, recording is another one, then another term is the null type instrument. So the basic, these four type of instruments are available, and out of that four, the null type instrument is basically a galvanometer, where the deflection of the pointer is only important, not whatever the values are there, that is not important. Here we are basically concerned with the deflection, whatever deflections we are obtaining from it. Now coming to the next question, the deflection of the hot wire type instrument depends on. Now the hot wire type instrument is basically an instrument which measures AC. Okay, so in that case, RMS alternating current is the most important factor that we basically measure via the this type of instrument. Okay, so RMS quantity is the fundamental quantity or the measured quantity in case of AC. We need to remember that thing. The different questions are getting asked based on this type of functionality. Now coming to next question. Multimeter is an example of indicating instrument, analog, digital, or all of this. Now suppose now you see that basically multimeter is an indicating instrument, that is correct. We get a value from it. Otherwise, we can also say that analog type ammeters are also, multimeters are also there, and digital type multimeters are also present. So basically, all of these will be the answer. Now, one of the common questions or technical questions I like to discuss here is that a multimeter should never be used to measure current. Okay, a multimeter should never be used to measure current, because it is a first of all, the basic purpose of multimeter is to measure the your whatever voltage is there, not for the purpose of current measurement. Because current measurement, if suppose certain heavy load current flows through ammeter, multimeter, then it will burn the multimeter, because multimeters current carrying capacity is very low as compared to some of the loads that are there out there. Now coming to the next question. Choose the correct answer from the given alternative. The pointer of the indicating instrument is made up of. Basically, what we need is that uh, we need a material which is non-magnetic, which is not basically interacting with any of the stray magnetic fields. Okay, only depending on the current, if the deflection is happening, and other effects are less. And one more important point is that the pointer must be light. So out of all these things, you know that aluminium is a light material, and basically aluminium is the material which is used for the pointer as well. Now coming to the next question, the spring material must be. Now see, spring material, out of the options, non-magnetic is the correct option. If a spring material is magnetic, then what happens is it will produce different readings. Okay, or it will produce different control readings, and it will deviate from the original result. So that's why non-magnetic is one such property that must be keep in mind while choosing a spring material. Now coming to the last question, that is a choose the list from 1 and 2. Suppose we have talked about all the types: absolute instrument, indicating instrument, recording instrument, and integrating instrument. Basically, absolute instrument we all know. Here, absolute instruments are those which are from which we can measure the direct values, not the compared values. So the absolute instruments example is a tangent type galvanometer. Now indicating instrument is basically a power factor meter. We see indication from it. Recording instrument is a seismograph from which the variations are observed, and integrating instrument is the ampere hour meter, that is the energy meter. Another example of indicating instrument is your energy meter, the common energy meter that we use in our homes. So certain kinds of questions may be asked in SSC JEE. You just hold on, and there will be 13 lectures or 13 sample questions will be there throughout this series, and you will be getting sufficient amount of questions, and beautiful questions will be chosen for you to practice all the topics. And I'll be taking care that every topic is getting covered through these questions. Thank you everyone for staying up to this point. If you have any doubt, you can directly call us at 833506. The number is given 7725, and you can mail us at this number electricaleasy@gmail.com, from which you can get all the details of whatever you are asking, and whatever if you have any doubts, you can also go there. You can also see here a doubt discussion group is also there. One WhatsApp group is also mentioned. You can join this WhatsApp group. Okay, here basically we do the your discussions on the WhatsApp group, and from that you can get a lot of idea. So thank you everyone for staying up to this point. Thank you. Have a nice day.